Good afternoon and welcome back to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I am celebrating 288 days on this account, about 9.5 months, maybe closer to 10 depending on where you round, and I am excited because I am going to be taking up my 6th rank 5 5-star. Do bear in mind that I already have a rank 2 6-star as well, and there were a lot of options. You know, I had Nick Fury, I had Quake, and for those of you who don't want to sit through the leveling up process, there will be a timestamp in the description below. Jumping to the next part, I'll try to timestamp this video the best I can. But I really took a long time to debate on this one here, just because I have so many options, which is definitely a really good problem to have. But I finally decided, while there might be an optimal answer here, I think that there is no wrong answer in selecting Quake. And one day maybe I'll regret this decision, but I think right now I'm happy with it, and I'm happy to be making this decision, so I am gonna pull the trigger here. And Quake, she is just an absolute beast, able to just clear so much content and do so many crazy things. And having her as a rank 5 is just going to make the fights a lot faster, and help with a little bit with the punishment when those instances arise. And that's really what it comes down to when I chose this decision, because there was, like I said, a lot of thought that went into this this decision. So I'm not too far off from 2-ish more rank ups. It's just that I really need a lot of tier 2 alpha to get there, and I'll probably have to bring champs up to rank 4 as a 5-star first. So I don't have too much of a tier 5 basic problem so much as I have a tier 2 alpha problem, which is definitely the better of the two problems to have. Tier 2 alpha is a little bit more obtainable in this game. You get it a lot faster, and that's really just kind of a natural thing. So I think my major reason for bringing Quake up is that Nick Fury feels a lot like a boss killer, and I just already feel like I have that. I don't feel like I need another boss killer. He's a really good option for a lot of different fights, but at the moment, I feel like if I'm using him as a boss killer, I think rank 4 and some boost will suffice. But Quake is someone I use to do a lot more path work with, clearing a lot of different types of nodes and frustrations with, and also I want to bring her consistently to Alliance War. And Nick Fury is the kind of person where as a rank 4 I'm confident bringing him into Alliance War, because I feel like while he does require a lot of skill to play, I don't feel like it's as hard. Personally, I don't think Nick Fury takes too much skill to play. You just got to be fairly confident in your ability to intercept and then dex, because you can't take too much block damage once you've activated his Furious phase. But Quake, if you make a mistake with Quake, man, it really sucks. So I wanted her as high up as possible. So yeah, this was inevitably my final decision. I'm pretty close as far as the next one goes, but that's where we're at. So as far as account progression goes, I just want to go over my profile real quick, because I feel like this part's always really important. So currently we are in sitting on 478 heroes, 779,000 hero rating base. I've got my top 4 are Namor, Ghost, Captain Marvel movie, and Thing. And Namor here is Sig 200, Ghost is Sig 200, Captain Marvel movie is Sig 80, and Thing is Sig 80 as well, I want to say. So profile looking pretty good. Namor might not be up there permanently. I'm still having an internal debate over whether or not I want to sell him and get my resources back, just because I feel like maybe I have better uses for it at this point, and if Kabam is going to let me kind of renege on that, maybe I should take advantage of it. But as far as stats, 12 Alliance War MVPs, so no increase there really. Questing, blah blah blah, those stats don't matter. What matters is I'm up to 72,725 PvP fights, which is a really good amount of PvP fights, and I'm proper happy about that. Roster as a whole here, if I take off the 5-star filter, so we only care about the 5 and 6 stars for right now. So I have 6 rank 5 5-stars: Namor, Ghost, Captain Marvel movie, Thing, Black Widow, and Quake. Black Widow and Quake are not awakened, but they don't need it. I have a single rank 2 6-star Symbiote Supreme, and then a very good amount of rank 4 equivalent 5 stars. That goes all the way down to this Daredevil here, and then from Spider-Man here all the way down to Mr. Sinister is rank 3. So I've got some 5 stars coming up. You know, Warlock will be rank 4 soon. I want to bring Havoc up to rank 5. I think that's what I was saying. Like, I'm expecting that I might sell Namor and then rank up Havoc instead. And just kind of reap the benefits that way. You know, similar kind of utility from the 2 champions. Namor is better at what he does, but Havoc, I feel like I just might enjoy him a little bit more. So that's champions as far as the 5 and 6 star roster goes. The 4 star, I think I've seen some like increases in this rosters. I brought up like Medusa, Nick Fury, Corvus Glaive relatively recently. This Guillotine 2099 is going to go to rank 5 at some point, so I'm looking really like a lot forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that. There we go, words are hard. Because that's going to be kind of just like a for fun rank up. I just really like the champion, and it'll be really fun to play the 4-star version in the uncollected events when I do the 4 stars only. As far as resources for next rank ups, I do want to show like I have a good amount of tier 5 basics, so I'm sitting on 3, just converted to the 3rd one recently, and I'll have 2 more coming soon. As far as tier 2 alpha goes, I'm pretty burned there. Only 2 left. I just burned what I had. But lastly, the tier 4 class catalyst, man, I'm stacked here. So like I got tier 4 class catalyst for days, and I'm even in overflow on skill. But you know, we're juggling that okay. I don't think I have overflow down here. And then tier 1 alpha, we're on overflow as well. So that's the majority of those resources. And then as far as like rank up resources, I have a 5-star generic, a 5-star cosmic, a 5-star tech, a 5-star mutant, and a 5-star science awakening gem. So that's pretty wild. I've got pretty much everything except for skill and mystic, which is okay because I just used a skill on Nick Fury, and Mystic would only go on Clear, so you know, I'm not too hurt about that. I actually have 2 sciences. One I could use on like Cap, but we're not going to yet. And I might pop one on Quake just for the prestige, but her prestige isn't too great, so I'm not really, you know, worried about that. And then as far as Sig Stones, you know, we're not sitting on the largest pool of Sig Stones, but I've got a good amount of science, a good amount of skill, and a good amount of mystics as well. But what I'm really excited about is I'm still sitting on like 2 to 3 cosmic gems, a 4 to 5 cosmic gem, a 3 to 4 tech gem, which is like year specific. But this tech gem is, I've got one planned for Hulkbuster, and then the other one I'm going to hold on to until I see like any kind of a buff. A 2 to 3 mutant, a 4 to 5 mutant, which again, I'm saving those for Omega Red. Like I literally use resources instead, because I want to bring Omega Red up to rank 5 as fast as possible if I ever happen to pull him. A 3 to 4 Mystic, which I'm saving for I think Dr. Voodoo or maybe Dr. Doom if I ever manage to pull him. This 3 to 4 down here, also good for Dr. Voodoo, which might actually go to Magic instead. And then these 3 to 4 skill gems are 2015 specific, and I'm holding those for any kinds of buffs. So those are the upgrade materials themselves. As far as questing goes, I can't show you because I'm stupid in a quest when I made this video, but I have done a variant 4, variant 3, and a variant 2 exploration, and a variant 1 completion. I've also done a Labyrinth of Legends completion run, so far, like, knocking off that static content fairly well. You know, Act 1, 2, and 3 still not fully explored. Act 4 explored, of course. Act 5, I have everything done except for the Collector quest. So I was actually waiting until I did this rank 5 5-star. So now I am actually ready to like go into this quest and do it. So expect that stream to be fairly soon. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow even, depending on timing and war. Like I'm currently in a war, which is why I can't do it today, because I'm going to be bringing like ghosts and stuff to war. But you know, I need to reevaluate and see what I want my roster to be. And then Act 6 I've only done up to Cavalier, and I'm looking at Act 6.2. Again, I think the thing that's holding me off here is I'd like to get maybe one more rank 5, maybe one more rank 4. I'm not too sure, but I'm definitely planning on coming in here very, very soon. Probably within a month or so is the expectation there. And then Abyss of Legends, you know, that's kind of a ways away, so we won't be touching that anytime soon, at least not with a 10-foot pull. So that said, that's the account. I don't know if there's anything I'm missing. You know, our alliance is gold 2 at the moment. We push map 5 days a week. Yeah, good times. Oh, Masteries. I'm missing like something super important. I'm like getting ready to relax, and I'm missing the important thing. So Masteries, this is not what I want my final Masteries to be, but it's very, very close. So I'll start with proficiencies. I'm running 5 in Limber, and my ideal Mastery setup is actually to run 3 in Limber. Yeah, 3 in Limber plus 2 additional in Mystic Dispersion. So I want to run, 4 in Mystic Dispersion. I don't think I need the 5th point in Mystic Dispersion to feel like really, really good about it, but that extra 3% is actually going to make like a really big difference, I think. So when I want to take 1 point from Limber and put it in Mystic Dispersion. My defense, this is what it looks like. I might move down to Perfect Block and Stand Your Ground just to like max out on the power index, just to make sure I'm getting the most out of my arena grind. But for the most part, I run 3 energy resistance, 2 physical resistance, max recovery, full willpower, and 1 point in coagulate. This is like one of the ideal setups for Suicide Mastery players when you're running max willpower. Of course, you can take points out of willpower and relocate them elsewhere, but I personally like the max willpower. I just really like having as little damage on like my non-suicide friendly champions as possible. And then that 3rd point that is currently in Limber, so like the other point that I get, 1 distributed Mystic Dispersion, I want to distribute to Despair. So after that, I'm just running Suicides plus Max Despair. I don't really feel like I need to get Deep Wounds or Assassin at the moment, but maybe one day in the future when, I have units aplenty, I will change my mind. So that's the whole account. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you have questions or if I missed on something, I forgot to talk about something that I didn't. I'll talk to you all later.